Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Friday nights at Go Figure Go. We've got some amazing guests with us. We got an amazing character to review. So let's start off by introducing our first guest, the Toy Page. What's going on, Paige? How
Hey, how you
are you?
doing, man?
What's going on?
Oh, good, man. Good to be here. Good to be here. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
You got it, man. Thank you for spending your Friday with us, and we're gonna have a good time. We've got our next guest here. Agent Gomez is back.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Round two.
Thank you for having me on, as always. Appreciate it. Great to see
Not
everyone.
not a problem, man. So, for those who are just seeing what this is about, because these guys have an amazing following, we're going to be checking out Cousin Eddi. This is the Friday 15 edition of Cousin Eddi. But before we get into that, loosen up a little bit, talk about some things that have been happening. As everyone here probably knows, this is a really good month to be a fan of all things Mezco. And we just recently got a new release to the Rumble Society in Vapor. What is this? Jackie Vaporuni, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jackie
yeah.
Vaporuni. So, initial thoughts about this, you guys, and then do you have any photo ideas for him?
Paige, you want to go first?
Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. I like it a lot. But that's pretty much gonna be with all of them. No, I thought this was really cool. I thought it went along with the with the Victorian kind of era that they've been going through right now with Solomon Kane, and then also they had Gotham by Gaslight. And then when I saw this, I was talking about this on the show the other night. This actually would make a great buck for the kid for Dick Tracy, which is kind of ironic because they announced Croonface, right? So that's what I saw. And then if anybody's watched Gotham by Gaslight, there was those kids that he, kind of beat up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it's green, but
Nice.
as soon as I looked at it, I was like, so I have a bunch of ideas for this. Whether shots will come out of it, that's a different thing. But
Right? Oh man. Agent Gomez, what about you?
And yeah, I'm with Paige. Anything Rumble Society, I'm like already addicted to. Like as soon as I see it, I'm like, oh my god, this is like the new best thing. But I love,
Sucks.
yeah, dude, the whole Vapor Clan. I'm so excited. They're all different flavors. Like we got blue, we got green. I'm excited for like an orange one maybe, but I just want all of them in my collection right now. And idea wise, I honestly right off the bat, I'm more just like, darn, this is cool. I love another pigeon in the collection. I think I'm in the
Same.
mesmerized like phase right now, but as soon as I get him and I start to like build him into my little toy universe, I'm sure they'll pop in for sure.
Yeah, same. So I immediately was like, whoa, this is unexpected. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I guess it's because all of us are we're speculating, right? We don't know much. But man, this for me, this came out of left field, you know,
Yeah.
so left, but I enjoyed it so much. And you know, I think the first thing I went to was something like crude. And my first photo idea was, how he and the Mezid have flock.
Yeah.
I imagine him being drunk outside of the bar with a sign
Okay.
that just says "Free Mustache Rides."
Oh, dude.
Oh.
Already good.
All right, so that's where my head went immediately with him, and then uh, I should use my rumblers to rumble, but I really haven't done much of that. But yeah, I mean, the hair flock is really cool. I love the fact that the pigeon, his hat comes off,
So
you
cool.
know.
Love
So
it.
yeah. Any other thoughts on this guy?
I am thinking like a pickpocket idea, kind of like building up like with the diorama, a little
Oh,
alleyway thing, and kind of like he
yeah.
counting money with like that smirky weird face. I do though. It looks to me, I might be wrong, but it looks like it's on the Eddy buck rather than the Vapor buck. I'm not sure. I don't imagine. I kind of like the idea of them being all shapes and sizes, like a bigger one. But what do you guys think? Is he going to be on the Eddi taller buck with those shoes or the Vapor?
I would say, in my opinion, let's go ahead, Paige. You first.
Oh no, I'm listening. I want to hear what you.
No, you have more thoughtful views, so I might change. I might switch up after you answer. That's.
You know what? I like his idea. I like Agent Gomez's idea about it being, because it's almost like he grew up a little bit. You know, getting a little bit older character. So that would be cool if it is. I don't know. They didn't scale him with a lot, and when they did, it was in I guess you could say some like dynamic action poses and stuff like that. But it would be cool to get this in a little bit larger buck. I'm happy about the color, to be honest with you.
Totally.
And then I also thought, when I was looking at this, I go, they have a consistent habit of doing variants.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so when they showed that promo video the first time, I kept thinking, oh, I hope that they do a black or a monochrome version of this. So, but that's just me.
Yeah.
There seems to be a lot of people burnt out with it, so I don't know. You know, I saw a lot of people say that. Oh, this is the third one.
No offense, Burner Vapor. No offense.
I like him.
I love him too. I love him.
Yeah, man.
I love him.
Arguably, he's more loved in the community because he's like that hot $300 toy that nobody has. Like, Burner
110% agree.
I love him.
Yeah, so
that's a good idea if they copped another flavor because the thing is, like, with the amount of accessories they come with, you could easily put this guy, like, he almost has a Halloween-y vibe because of that green. To me, it just gives me a Halloween feel. So I think of like Halloween ideas, and you could easily put a sweatshirt on this guy, have two of them, one in orange, one in green or black, and just have two different figs and so many options and accessories.
He definitely could be like a third or fourth generation cousin to Sod Cutter with the skin color.
Yeah. I heard a lot of people saying that they were gonna try to like do a zombie version of this. You know, like collectors, they were talking about, because there's a lot of great customizers in the groups.
Oh yeah.
That's what's cool about all of this is you'll see some people like look at it as just the baseline offering, but other people, they just start having these ideas like we're having. They go, oh, let's do this and this.
Yeah.
Because, you know, there's options that you can have with all these figures. And people were talking about turning this one into a zombie.
That is amazing. Cool. That is a great idea, I think. So next we've got the Living Dead dolls. Some things stay dead. Oh, Paige, go for it. Take it away, Paige.
No, I got nothing on that one.
Yeah, so do I. I honestly, I'm out on this. Shark Tank style.
Yeah,
I'm out. Does that mean they don't have a deal? Or are they exiting the Shark Tank?
No. So
the Go Tank. Excuse me. I don't want to get sued.
Oh yeah. This is actually a little off, but I've been to Toy Fair a couple of times.
Okay.
And I can't remember the names of the creatives behind this, but they are really nice to talk to. And when I was speaking to them, because I was like, I don't know anything about these. Can you just kind of tell me? Really passionate about it. And then I got really interested because I heard that there's a big fan base for this, because you see this and you automatically kind of like push it aside. So I secretly joined one of the groups. Oh. And man, they are just like Mezco fans. And I don't get into this too much, but the aftermarket pricing for these are insane, man.
Really?
Yeah, man. There's figures that they have that go for like $800-900. I'm not into that kind of stuff, but that's what I was seeing.
Damn.
A lot of people were doing that, and these are a little bit more rare than Mezco figures because, you know, they're larger. They don't have a large production run, but the fan base is there, man. I'm telling you, it's just not.
Well, I mean, yeah, they
circle.
They've brought them back for a reason, right?
Well, this was pretty much running the company. You know, like that's what was keeping the company afloat.
Damn, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
This kind of stuff. MDS, you know, the older stuff that they did, like the reels and stuff like that, or the cinematic stuff that they were doing.
Yeah,
that's what was keeping that company in business. And 112, once that came on, that took over a lot of the bread for them. So
yeah,
you can thank Living Dead dolls for that, man. That was a good line for him.
Thank you for my Rumble Society Living Dead dolls.
Yeah.
Thank you for my new vapor. Thank you for my Death Adder.
Yeah.
I think what do you guys speculate real quick? When do you think I think we're in the 8th week that the initial purchase went up. What's the speculation you guys have for Death Adder coming us getting that email? You think we'll get that email before the end of February?
End of the month it'll go to shipping. We'll probably get it mid-March. That's
what I was thinking too.
Yeah, so when they say 4 to 6 weeks, it's not calendar days, it's business days.
Yeah.
So if you count every 5 days, we're in the 4th week coming up, I think. And then the 6th week, I think when I wheeled it out, it was the 24th. So that'll be technically the 6th week. I didn't count Friday.
It's 4.5 days for the week because everybody leaves early on Friday.
Yeah.
Or they're working from home.
Yeah. So
all right. Let's
like Agent said, probably at the end of the month, hopefully.
See what else is next over here. All right, we're all Mezco collectors. Who is your Grail figure, and do you have it? Let's go with Agent Gomez.
I am gonna say I love all my Rumbles, I do, but I'm gonna give it to Lone Roach and the Grub. For some reason, that was like. Yeah. I love my agents. I love my streets. But when I fell for Mezco, I remember it was like I stopped buying aftermarket and I was like, let me go on their website. And it was kind of like my coming of age with Mezco. And I'll never forget, I was getting a coffee and I was like, I have to go get a coffee. And I went outside and just was on my phone because I know these things sell out. And I'm like going as fast as I can and it didn't work. And I'm like, what's going on? And this immediate rush overtook me and I got him. And then he came with the little grub. And it was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen with the red chucks. It's like a samurai mixed with the Gomez we all love. And that blew my mind. And then just so happened to kind of shoot up in value to the $500 number for a bit. And I almost don't want to touch him because he's so special to me. I'm so afraid to drop that thing. But when I bust out, the Lone Roach is always a good day for sure.
No doubt. Paige.
Ooh, yeah, this is a hard one for me.
Who's your Grail and who do you have it?
He has every. Yes, he has them.
Yeah,
of course. Do you know who I am?
No, not that.
I'm kidding. I'm
telling you, man. I say this all the time. I'm lucky because of being in the community and making connections and stuff like that, having good friends and building good relationships. I've been very fortunate enough to be able to complete the line. And so this one's it's kind of hard for me. So can I say 2?
Go ahead. Yeah. Why not?
Well,
you could technically say 3 because the pink skulls.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So okay. So one is the black and white Dark Knight.
Oh, okay.
And that's a Grail because it's a Grail, but then also I have Frank Miller sign that one for me. I was able to get him to sign that for me.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's a really good Grail for me. And then if I can do 3, so the second one is the Judge Dredd Lawmaster.
Oh wow!
The black and white one. I got one of those. And then the third one is a personal one. It's the. It's hard to say either the Agent Gomez, the Toy Fair one, or the Blade. So they were giving out press stuff, and that was my first Toy Fair.
Oh, cool.
And so the Toy Fair Blade, they gave that out. And
nice.
So it has special meaning to me because they gave that to me, and it's a Toy Fair exclusive. So.
Oh, that's neat. Yeah.
Yeah. So those are mine.
All great ones too. What about you? Figure go.
Yeah.
Close your ears. Close your ears. Close your ears. I'm gonna have to say because it was my first. I got into the Mezco game late, and in aftermarket, just like all of my Marvel Legends figures, I got into it aftermarket. So when I got into it, I was like, oh, okay, $40 for Deadpool, sweet, no sweat, right? Oh wow, Vapor is expensive. All right, I'm gonna get him anyway because Vapor is the figure. I own 3 of them, 4 pretty now. But so what I did was I got the Vapor I mean that I flooded my page with Vapor. Vapor inspired me to do Photoshop and all this other stuff, like just learning more and really being comfortable moving outside of this tangible law that I kind of grew into action figure photography with. And my first shot was him being kind of goofy and having his spray paint kind of blasting off right into the camera lens. Like, whoa,
nice.
That's cool. Yeah.
And I loved it. I was like, wow, the whole process, and I was just like, I need more. And then I was like, all right, so you know what? Let me go for a roach,
Over.
Ooh.
And
just the rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's the top right there. But I will say and stick with Vapor and Eddi, the new cousin Eddi. He he came about and I fell in love with him. He almost had that like Vapor swag to him.
Absolutely. For sure.
And there he is. Yeah,
man.
The chain too is just like, like I love it. Like,
so Paige, you get that one more time. I missed you.
I
got you full screen, and then you put it right down.
I'm sorry, there was a delay.
Paige, he looks like he's about to do some bad things,
right?
Yeah, man.
The way those eyes pop out of the hood too.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that looks so great.
Oof,
love that. For
but
sure.
I mean, you got Agent Gomez over here with everything in the family and stuff.
I just love the hat. I love how, like, dude, just like the aesthetic of these figures is like, no, I collect a lot of lines. If you look at my page, and like, there is just nothing like Mezco. Like, Mezco's not my number one thing that I shoot, but it is like the number one in my heart. Like, there's no toy that looks like a human. Like, if you get these in the right light, right diorama. Like people, like if you look at your phone sometimes, you're like, oh shoot, that's a toy. Like it's crazy. And the fit has just gotten better and better and better. Like the pants on this thing are like, this is how pants bag. Like it's just crazy. Like it's so well fit. Like, dude, these guys dress better than me for sure. It's not.
It's like the shoes and everything.
Definitely a pimped out sneaker collection, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, man.
And listen, like we have 2-3 pairs of shoes now, like, and they can swap them. Like that's something that like you do when you care about your people. You're like, all right, they like to world build. Like here you go, throw some sneakers in, like, because who doesn't want that? It's so cool. So
you guys probably remember when I was talking about this on the show before. Popping off the shoes, that was like a thing, like I remember somebody told me to like do a head swap or do something. I didn't want to take off the clothes. I didn't want to try to heat and pop anything. And like these now, we were talking about it before, but they're getting so far advanced that look at that. You just you don't need to heat and pop it at all. You just take it off. And
I
those
was
are like
so
some really good
scared with
innovations,
Vapor.
man. Oh yeah.
From the boot to the sneakers.
Yeah.
I said, all right, here goes $300.
Oh my god, $300 on Vapor, bro. Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Wait,
only, right? I should say only $300 on Vapor.
Was it the
No, I didn't break them.
The blue one, or was it
Vapor blue?
Turner?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So I say that. I everybody kind of calls them old, whatever. You like Agent Gomez says, like, I kind of feel like they're gonna give us more colors. We're gonna have like a Skittles pack of Vapor eventually, you know. It's all good. So, but yeah, I say Vapor blue.
I will say though, something that recently has snuck in, like I got Conan way late because I don't really pay after market price, but luckily some guy was selling on a Facebook group at like really close to retail, and I was like, I'm gonna get scammed, but it's worth it because you never get Conan under $250, and like he is unbelievable. Like it is just one of the most like beautiful figs, and the Death Dealer and the new Conan, like the Frazetta line, are like incredible. Like this Conan here with like the Death Dealer gear on him.
That's crazy.
This is like what Mythic, like I like Mythic Legions, but this is like the best case scenario for that style of like dark toy, like dark gothic-y, old school. Like I don't know. Like I can't. If you look at my page, I took like literally 150 photos of Conan, dressing him up like a little kid. Like, ooh, let me put on this shirt, this tie. Like I just wanted him to beat everything that looked like old school in my collection. I couldn't. He's been on my table since the moment he came out of the box. Like I can't put him away. Like it's such a dope fig. Love it. Obsessed.
I haven't got him this year, specifically this year. I'm sticking to just Rumble Society. I've said it, and except for I don't know if you guys ever collected Bullet Punk Tech 63.
No,
I've seen them. Them.
I have all of the 112 scale ones, and
nice.
When they dropped the newest two, it was an instant. You know what I mean? Like I didn't get the ones with the bike because I was like, I don't need any more motorcycles.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, if I needed a motorcycle, as you guys know, I could,
make your own.
yeah. I don't want to sound like I'm sorry if that came across like I'll do it myself.
You guys know I'm better than you. Did you know I'm better than you?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep going here. What do we got next? What has been the most fun so far for you guys in this 2023 Toy Fair? Paige.
Well, I'm a huge Dick Tracy fan.
I knew it.
And so to see Prune Face, I thought that was really cool because it gives people an idea of the direction that they're probably going to go with the line.
Right.
They gave the 2-pack before, and I know a lot of people, you're looking at it and you probably think, oh, well, are they going to give us more figures? And a lot of times people won't invest in a line because even though it's a 2-pack, it's considered like a one-shot. And so them actually doing this and then me having kind of like some foresight going, oh, okay, well, maybe since they did, Vaporoni, they'll do the kid. It seems like they're going to invest at least a couple characters. And so seeing Prune Face, I thought that was really good. They haven't really shown too much yet. So
yeah, it's a totally different face from anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I believe there's going to be a lot of scope work with that. I know a lot of people, there was like, my girlfriend, she's like, why did they put Thanos' chin on a figure? And I'm like, no, that's not it. And I saw, what did I see? The Ronald Reagan, all that kind of jokes and stuff. And I know a lot of people, when you first see it, because it's an older movie. It's a
dude. I mean,
what is it? A golden age comic. So people don't really know.
Yeah, man. Look, my wife got me the Apple Watch, and the first thing I said was, "I'm Dick Tracy."
Yeah, and I think most people remember the movie. The Warren Beatty movie.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah,
my wife is literally saying, "Great movie." Toy Page, your stock just went up. I'm still here. Cameras.
I love that movie, man. I'm telling you, like there's so many big name actors in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And so, I mean, in that movie, it's campy, but I always loved it. And so
I'm probably gonna have to watch it tonight, Paige. Thanks.
Man, it's good, man. Al Pacino.
No
regrets. Over the top. I love regrets. Pacino, man. But yeah, I think now that they have that, people can kind of see that if they are interested in that, in that era or that character, that they can see that they're actually going to put some effort into it. Because it's kind of hard when you see Planet of the Apes and they have, we haven't got that other 3-pack yet.
Oh.
And you're making a decision on just a single figure and going, are they going to do any more with this? I think that sometimes can hurt a line. So that's why it was a good reveal to me, because it's a character I like, and it showed that they're going to probably do more.
Nice.
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, for me, my favorite part so far has been the games and the anticipation.
Yeah,
like the anticipation of what's coming next. We know we're going to get certain characters. We're all. I think the biggest speculation is like Tangerine. Where's Tangerine? Are we gonna get Tangerine? Where's And I'm like, I'm cool. Let me see Sue Storm first before Tangerine comes into play, because they might be on the same buck. But yeah, the for me, the fun in games and the anticipation of like, all right, am I sleeping on a couch tonight or not? But yeah, that's me, Agent Gomez.
I'm gonna say the Vaporuni. Like I just think I love the Vapors. I just think it's also so fun where Rumble it kind of expanded Rumble Society for me because the Kriegs and the Gomez all have this like lore to me that's kind of in my head locked in, and there's comics and they're showing Atticus and everyone kind of wrapped up, and then it's just like then there's the Vapor, and then it's just like they're Rumble, but they're kind of like the city type hero, like the Marvel superhero city versus Universal heroes, and like they're just these like little hoodlums in the old line that they used to release had so many flavors, and that was obviously the anticipation, like kind of what Paige was talking about. Like, are they going to go all out with these? Are we going to have a whole pack of hoodlums of all little Vapor kids? And just another one in that mix is like fun. And I love how different it is, but we know it's part of the same like triangle. So I would love to just see these guys get dumped. And yeah, I love that Mezco, it's the best line by a toy company that started with other things I've ever seen. Like I love the Rumble Society line. I just think it's like my favorite line, and it's their secondary line. Like they started with Marvel, DC, get everyone hooked, and then they're like, let's just do our own. And it's great. Their comics are great. The toys are great. And then like Paige said, you get a little preview. So I thought that was fun with Vaporuni because you're like, okay, like they're a toy company. They need to like reuse some of these products, obviously. So it's like we're kind of seeing what could be released in 2023. Like that will come around again. Those pigeons, once they have like a grub change or a mezzet, they re-release those with other flavors. So like I'm excited to see the variety of pigeons because like one of the things I did as soon as they dropped Hazard Squad, I was like buying everyone's pigeon. I was like, let me get your pigeon.
Yeah.
Let me get your pigeon. So I have like 7 of the pigeons. So I want to have like 40 of them, make like a little pigeon man montage, like Hey Arnold or something. But
dude, I think I know somebody who can make pigeons, but never mind.
Yeah,
pigeons coming soon.
But there's like Agent said too, this is cool because now you also have different color pigeons.
Yeah.
So that just adds variety. I was doing the same thing Agent was doing. I was waiting for those little part out sales and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I would look, but I was like, no, they'll probably do a little bit more. But it's really cool because I know there's a thing about people saying repaints and stuff like that. But for me, I don't mind that because it just gives you more variety in shots. I'm looking forward to seeing what you do with it, Agent, because man, you pump out a lot of photos. And
you do.
Yeah. I love your unboxings too, and the quick stuff and everything. I was like, man, this is. But I'm really interested in seeing what you do with it, man.
Thank you. I'm pumped. I'm really excited to get them. And the Death Adder, dude. Oh, it's going to be a good couple of weeks.
I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. I got something planned for that. I mean, always got something planned, but the big guy, you make plans, he laughs, right? That kind of thing.
Like I feel like the Hazard Squad, like when that got introduced, that was like an Avengers style team. Like, let's get, and like they're misfits. It's a cockroach, an old man, a snake monster with one eye. Like they're not like a heroic team, but it's like it's so Mezco, it's so like just down and dirty, and like I can't wait to assimilate that, and like it's just so cool. Like we're about to get the demon guy to go with the Necroverse style. Like there's so many
Bartholomew.
Yeah. Like we're probably gonna get him. My prediction is he's gonna go up for pre-order next week for sure.
Wow. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. Predictions. Don't worry, it's not a Deadpool or a money pool.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it'll be cool when they release all. I'm hoping that doesn't take too long. I know with their IPs are a little bit quicker. But I can imagine all the team shots people are going to do once they have all of those guys together. And then, like you said, Agent, they've done so much world building. So now you already have all these established characters. Like you got White Skull Agent, and then you got Death Brokers, and you got the Black Skull's Death Brigade. You got a lot of guys that you can like put these characters in. It's going to be, man, they're just going to have a huge uptick. Man. Oh, yeah, man. They're going to have a huge uptick in photos.
Yeah. Going back to what you were saying, Paige, it's always interesting because I don't know, and I'm assume that you guys as well don't know anyone who started with this line. Like we all probably started with Star Wars, anything Hasbro related, maybe even WWE figures and stuff like that. Something that was more closer to pop culture and comic book tangible to the environment that we grew up in. So when I hear like, oh, repaint, excuse me, aren't you the guy who owns 30 Spider-Mans?
Yeah. I'm a sucker for a good repaint, man. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, chill. You know,
Yeah.
let's
And
have
you don't
fun
have
and
to buy it.
enjoy our toys.
You don't have to buy it. That's the crazy thing. People get all upset, and it's like,
I know.
if you don't like it, there might be millions of others that do, and like they probably have a certain level of understanding of what's selling and what's marketable. So like, it benefits them to do this, and you can sit on the sideline for this one toy and stick around. You know, it's like not that people get crazy over their repaints. Like, oh my gosh, they're so upset, personally offended. But
all right, let's see what we got next here. All right, we're in the meat and potatoes session. All right, this is our big show here. A really big show. Friday the 15th, Cousin Eddi edition. We're starting off with the Toy Page picks.
damn.
Oh, wow.
So,
Thank you.
Toy Page, you picked this photo by Omega Red. Tell us what you like about it.
So
what drew you to the photo, I should say?
So the three that I picked, there are some visual eye candy, but a lot of it was personal. So hopefully that's not too bad. But one thing about Omega Red, even though this is a good photo, I like it. It made me laugh as soon as I first saw it. I love the backlighting, but Omega Red puts out a lot of photos, and that's always something. Well, like Agent Gomez, always putting out videos and photos. I really enjoy when people do that, and so the personal part of this for Omega Red for me was that he did put this out, and there was such a big run of photos along with it. So that's why I chose this one.
Not bad.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense, man. No wrong answers at all. Agent Gomez, what do you think about this photo?
I mean, I think Paige is spot on. It pops like right away, like the way that they're like, it looks like a light's coming from the back light of it, or like it looks like a white outline. Like instantly they're off the screen. They're like in my face, and like we joked about it earlier that like, you know, it's him on like an older version or a cousin adjacent, Vapor and Eddi and Vapor and Death Door. That were so similar. So I think those together are such a natural pairing that everyone couldn't wait to do. And this really captures like menacing Cousin Eddi and like this little innocent boy. He's just like poisoning the youth. Like it just says a whole story in a pic. I love it.
Yeah. I love the fact that you see that?
Jeez, man. Yeah.
Corey is on it, man.
Yeah, thank you.
So I love the fact that he did a great interpretation of these guys together, but he also incorporated the look of Cousin Eddi's box with the white outline.
Definitely.
Oh yeah.
That to me makes the photo just like pop at you, like surreal art in a sense, you know. Even though that's not a go for your milk crate, I won't take points off. But but I love the photo. I love the back. You know, the focal point is the figures. You know, and you know, me being somebody who does diorama accessories, I fall short on making the photo, the figure, the focal point of the photo. So I'm like, but what about all this stuff I made in the background?
Yeah.
You know, you guys know how it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you spend a lot of time on it. I do dials like every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
And man, you just want to showcase it though, because you put a lot of work into it, and sometimes it gets lost. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, sorry.
That's not what this is about. All right, moving on to your next pick. We've got D Amazing has made the list. What drew you to this photo, man? What drew you to this photo? This is awesome.
Well, I love the staging in this. I mean, he's always got great setups. He knows how to use angles. And of course, he does a majority of their stuff. As far as like, you know, work and stuff for them.
Yeah, box art and promotional art.
Yeah, and like I said, a lot of these are personal, and I also know that he works very hard for a lot of these shots, because you see this one shot, I can guarantee you because I've seen it, like afterwards,
Yeah.
he'll show me 50 or 60 shots that he's taken. And they
Yeah.
don't all look like this. They're all different poses. And so I know how much work that he puts into it. You can just tell, a quick second that he put a lot of work in it, but I kind of know behind. And so that's the reason why I chose. Like I said, the three that I chose, some of them are personal. They're all personal, but I love the staging in this. I love the pose. It captures the essence of the character. There's storytelling in here, and the stage building is really good. That's what I really like about this.
No doubt. Agent Gomez.
Yeah, I mean, D Amazing's the most like natural toy poser I've ever seen. Like his reviews are just fun because you're like, oh, toys can move like that when he just bends it around, and it's just so scenic. Like he's menacing. He clearly just made a robbery. Like it tells so much in it. It's such a natural look too. There's no like forced, because sometimes I'm sure I do this a lot. I'll be like trying to like push them to get a crazy dynamic pose, and this is just lounging. It is so comfortable, but also just beautiful, and the backlighting in it, great like display of the fig. I'm a huge fan of The Amazing for sure. He's awesome.
Yeah. So building off of what you guys said, just into my own interpretation of the photo, it's just like job done,
Yeah.
like to the victor goes the spoils kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I look at the background and I see the brickwork and I see the wood and I see the windows and the crates. Not my milk crate again. This is hurting, but it's okay. We're gonna move past that. Just the picture just says success to me, and the fact that there are diamonds on the floor and he's just like whatever.
Yeah,
he's done this a few times in this story.
Yeah,
it's not his first day at the rodeo.
Yeah.
But yeah, amazing photo. And we've got one last one.
Can
sure.
I add one more thing?
Sure.
I think this is really important too. I try to tell people this with this photo. I can't remember if it came out during the run or afterwards, but he's very good. D Amazing is very good, especially with the promo images, of showing you in his own way the limitations to the figure. I don't think that gets highlighted a lot. You know how sometimes we see some of the promotional images that Mezco gives us, and then we get his photos. I don't think he'll ever admit it, but I think he does these poses intentionally to give us an idea of what the articulation, because that's such a big thing with Mezco, right? I think he tries to give us a little bit of that and say, hey, this is what this figure can do. Because like if you weren't sure, you already know that looking at the elbows that it's going to go past 90 degrees. You got shoes that can be taken off. There's just if you look at some of this stuff, you can just kind of tell what the limitations would probably be with the figure, and that's for me is pretty big too.
Definitely. Yeah. Good point.
Definitely agree, because you can see that when you look from the torso up, you see the stiffness. You don't see like an ab crunch. If you were doing this naturally, you'd be, facing a little bit. Your torso would be more towards your knees, just for comfortability. But amazing use of props, amazing use of the figure, man. Yeah. And then your next one is by I don't know, some troublemaking guy, right?
Yeah. Oh, gross.
Thank you. Agent Gomez made the list.
Thank you, Paige.
Yeah. Now, I'll be honest with you. I didn't look at any of the names for these. This was just a pick. And so, when I saw this, the first thing that immediately popped out to me was the colors and brightness. It's bright. It's pop. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of the characters, a lot of people, they shoot low lights and stuff like that, and that's cool. It looks really good, but this just kind of popped out at me. And staging, that's also a big thing too, as you can tell. It was a bunch of items in there. You got different things from different companies. You got your own personal flavor in there, and then this just kind of tells a story to me. It's like a guy just looking at you, going like, "What's up?" It's like. It's the same thing with the previous photo. There's a story there. It's like he did something, and it's almost like you're across the street and you saw. I don't know, maybe the case broke open and all the diamonds are out. And you're like, what the hell's going on? And he looks at you. You ever seen The Town?
Oh
You
yeah,
ever
yeah.
seen that?
Mhm.
You remember that when they go into that one guy's apartment? He goes, I need you to come with me. I don't want you to ask any questions. But they go to the
Yeah.
apartment
Yep.
and they're interrogating him. And he goes, hey,
Yeah.
what'd you do? And then he's like, what? And he shoots him. And then he takes off his mask and he goes, you see my face? He goes, I see your face. You see mine? That's what I got from this. I was like, you looked across the street and he goes, yeah, what's up? And you're like, oh, crap. I'll look the other way. So I love this. Not because it was Agent Gomez's photo, but that helps.
Yeah. So Agent Gomez, tell me how you feel about this. No. Well, for me, I'm gonna again build on what you get, the foundation that you guys are putting out there. It's a moment caught in a WTF moment. You know what I mean? Like, what the? In my interpretation, like, all right, I've got to clean up this mess, but why the hell are you staring at me?
Yeah.
This is not a show. It goes that way.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. That's the vibe. Congratulations on an amazing shot. And the use of the pigeon.
Always love them.
You've got one of my favorite new mesets.
Dude, I have all those ones. I don't even have the other. I have like 4 of them now. I'm like, please give me a red one. Please give me a green. Every single time. It's the same. I mean, now I have a little army of them, which is cool. But but I'm happy. Like, honestly, guys, that's exactly what I was going for. Almost like he just spilled the case and it's just like, yeah, they're on the floor, dude. That's it. Like, yes, dude, go. Like, that was kind of what I was going for. So I'm happy you guys, saw that. It's awesome. It's like my favorite thing.
And that's the NECA Turtles building in the back, right?
It is. I tried to make it like with that. I have it set up now, and I always try to like spice it up. So I put the Mezco stickers. They live on there, but I've like boarded up the doors, and I like add green moss, so it's like an overgrown, like rusticy, shouldn't be an abandoned building type deal. That's kind of where I like it, kind of like that, just so it doesn't look like everyone else's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to play the prop game sometimes, like when you're looking at people's photos and you try to guess where certain stuff come from. I don't know if you guys do that, but I was like, but you did a good job because it doesn't look, some of the stuff threw me off because I was like, I remember it being something else. I don't remember the boards, but yeah, man.
Right. I get that. I do the same thing. I'm always looking in the back, like, hey, I think I seen that at Michael's. Those like I should have bought that because now I see somebody using it, in a great way, and I'm like, oh, all right, well, now I'm gonna be a copycat.
I'm always like, how much does this photo cost to make? And I'll look at like a kit back. There's 11 figures in that picture, dude. Like, there's 11 figs, 17 dioramas. Like, this is $1,000 pick right here. But I always looking like that for sure.
Oh man, High School Creations. What's up, Mike?
He's crazy talented. High School Creations is insane.
Amazing. He's unboxing one of the gigantic printers, the resin printer. I'm in between maybe that or maybe the Jupiter. So, Mike, you're gonna have to talk to me soon. But yeah, he's an amazing talent. Totally. So up next, we've got Agent Gomez picks for Eddi. We're starting off with Dad.Toys at Dad.Toys. So what drew you to this photo?
So Dad Toys uses, I love the diorama look, but I also love the not diorama look. Like, these are toys living like a Toy Story world. And Dad Toys does a whole segment with like an espresso machine pouring with a figure by it. And this is just like a day at work, and like this toy is just chilling. Like, it captures the toy so well in a house. Like, I love the contrast to it. The fig pops, but you're like, dude, this is out of not like there's something so toned down and grounded about these types of pictures that I'm a really big fan of it. It's just, I think it's just like a Toy Story, which I love. Yeah.
Paige?
So yeah, this is the first time I've seen this, and I like that. I really like that. It looks, it fits the name. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't have a lot of time as a dad, but he's messing with his toys, and so he's just working with what he's got, like Agent said. And so he has this computer back there, And so it's like maybe he got a break or something like that from one of the Zoom meetings, and he's like, oh, I'll pose and I'll play with my stuff, and I think that's cool because you don't want to know why. Like, I know that there's a lot of people that may just take like shots with just a backdrop paper or something like that, but some people just don't have time, and some people feel like they need these dioramas and all this other stuff to take a picture, and sometimes we get lost in that kind of stuff, and it's cool to just see this guy take his stuff and he's enjoying it while he has his life around him. That's what I get. So
yeah,
no doubt about it. Me, simple and clean. I mean, you've got a stormtrooper behind him, you know, and maybe a little
you're right.
car and stuff like that. But you know, when you know, and that's just like looking, you know, how we look at stuff. But for the full body of the picture and like toy page, wow, you I couldn't have said it any better. It fits the name.
Yeah.
When you said that it fits the name, my the light bulb went off in my head. Like, yep.
Same. Yeah, I was like, that's good.
This is the like literally, this is the time that I have, and this is what I'm doing, and executed amazingly. You know, Sir Dork is in the house. What's going on, Jared?
What's up, Jared? But yeah, it's just cool. I just love. Yeah, Dad Toys page is fun, and like,
I need to follow him right now, man. Let me follow him.
Yeah, definitely.
Dad Toys is a cool guy too.
813, welcome in.
But yeah, that's just awesome.
Gate 13 just had a birthday, so
happy
birthday, Gate 13.
Dad.toys.
And we've got I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, so take it away, Agent Gomez, since it's your pick.
Mogino. That's how you say it. I think. No, I have no idea. Mogan.
Yeah, maybe Mogan 01 Customs, right?
Yeah, Mogan.
All right, so tell me what I mean. This is a phenomenal photo, but what drew you to this photo?
I mean, similar to kind of like the display of the figure without displaying the figure. Like, show me what he has without telling me what he has, and it's like, I love. Some people, you know, I've heard some reps about the dog because they're just like, oh, it's not articulated. And it's just like, I don't need it all articulated. I just think this is just such a thoughtful, cute little accessory to have like this beautifully painted dog. And he's using him. And like, it honestly looks like it's posed there. The way that he has it done, it looks different than the dog I have. Because my standing alone, it looks such a natural, like, you know, I'm a big fan of my dog. My wife and I love our little son. And I just love dogs. And I love the way that he's like, it just feels like a little burglar has this little moment of cute time in the midst of his heistful life and displaying the diamonds, the chains, the dog's chain. And I just think it's really fun pick.
Yeah. You know, when I seen it, it drew my attention, and looking at it even further, it's pretty cool. I think the story behind the photo is Bella tangled his leg. If you look at that, his leg is looped through, and that's probably why he's on the floor.
Dude, good job. Yeah. Smart.
Thank you, Sir Dork. My moderator for the evening, Sir Dork. Paige, what do you got?
Man, you guys pretty much summed it up. I like the story that you just told about possibly him tripping over it. But he looks, you can see that he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He could get caught right now, but he's like, I love you.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. You know what I just thought? This could be the before photo of Agent Gomez's photo of why you looking at me.
Yeah. This is the prequel, yeah. He gets up, and I know he has the hat on, but he gets up and somebody's like, what the hell?
Yeah. Either you're gonna help me clean up or you're gonna leave. Come on.
Yeah. Or I'll put on the helmet or mask and do what I gotta do. Like, let it go. Yeah, that's cool.
That is so awesome. All right, we've got. I'm sorry for. I will edit this later to put that name in.
Oh.
Yes, that's my bad. I will figure this out. But what drew you to the photo?
I mean, just look at it. It's awesome. Like, I think
the
way that all the lights are behind him, it just looks like this is the guy you're approaching on alley because he's going to, like, sell you a little. something. Like he just looks troublesome and like this fearsome guy with this cute little dog. It's like this beautiful little pink collar dog, and then there's this like scary dude smoking something. And yeah, just really catchy right away. Like in the purples in the back, the yellow in the back. Like I just think the backdrop is fantastic. The car there, yeah, I really dig it.
This is from Jarrell versus Toys.
Oh, yep.
Yes, it is. Jarrell versus Toys. Amazing job. I love the fact that the photo has depth to it. You know, you don't know what's going on behind him, but everything is in front of you flawlessly.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And here he is.
Yeah.
Jarrell versus the world on YouTube.
Great pick, man.
Yeah, beautiful, flawless, done. Oh, by the way, the smoke. I don't know how you did that, but beautiful.
So
with
cool.
with the reflection off the lights, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Toy page.
This I like. That's what immediately draws me in is the lights and how I know some people use different stuff like atmosphere aerosol, or some people use vape, or you know, there's just different techniques that you can do to it, but it always adds that elemental atmosphere to all of these shots when people do that. And especially with lights, it really accentuates lights. And then I think all of us hopefully got that car, especially when it was on sale. But I love that car, man. I love that car. It fits the character. Yeah, the brass.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember initially I got the gray one before they got really popular.
Okay.
And then
cool.
I bought another one, and then they had these, and I think I bought like 2 of these because they went on sale. They were under $30.
They were under 30.
Bought,
That's absolutely right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought.
Didn't you paint?
I painted the sports car. Dude, that was a pain in the ass, but a great learning experience, man.
That was crazy work. That was amazing, man. That was really
man. I repainted that thing. Thank you. I repainted it probably 8 times. My girlfriend kept looking at me. Yeah, she was like, I told her, I remember I'm a novice, so I don't know all of the stuff to how you do it, and I didn't watch any videos. I just wanted to try to do it myself. So I'd spray paint something, and then it was different texturing, and you could just tell by looking at it. So she would see me taking a scraping off all the paint, and she's like, "Are you redoing this again?" I go, "Yeah." So I did that. Yeah, but looking at this car, that's what I get out, because that car is so great, man. It fits the figures and the lighting. That's what I really enjoy about this. And then he's got like little stuff, you know, here and there. Like he's got it looks like the White Skull Agent, the holster for that. It looks like he's got that in there, so you can kind of see that he's carrying.
Yeah, he's packing.
Yeah, so he's got these like little visual cues to kind of hone you in on certain things, but he busts out a lot of great pictures, and I always enjoy when he puts stuff in the group. I always look forward to seeing his photos. He does a really good job.
Yeah, same. See, me, I don't even know. I don't even know if I could take this shot, because I'm sure I would screw it up and you would only see lights.
Oh,
like, let me go into Photoshop and add the lights, you know, in the car. But this is amazing. I still haven't even put my batteries in it yet. So awesome. Awesome
right now. I want this car.
All right. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a sponsor break going on over here with our friends at Late Cambrian, who just released their Future Snacks album. They're going to be on February 19th at 3:30 at the radio station WTSR 1913 FM, performing live and being interviewed. You can find their music on Apple Music, Spotify, and wherever music is sold. Thank you, Late Cambrian. So check them out. All right. Short little break. Keep the lights on in this place. So here are my picks. Drum roll. No. There you go. My guys are the best guys. All right, so first is old Stone Cold, and I mean immediately we all were. For me at least, I was just like,
Ooh.
"Hey, bling," you know what I mean? Like
Wow.
shiny, that shininess, and it's an interesting photo because he's just behind a pink bouquet, and
Oh,
like the last photo that we picked for Agent Gomez picked from Jarrell, it's like almost like this pink is paying like a homage to his cousins or boys or bros or who he manages. We don't really know that full story yet, but that pink, man, that pink gets me with this blue all the time, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so what, Paige, what do you think?
I like it just because it's there. You know what it reminds me of? Like a rap video. And that's
Oh
all
yeah,
like when it's like someone's going through and they're just showing you stuff and then they use camera lighting and stuff like that and they flash you, but then it transitions to another shot. That's what this reminds me
yeah,
of.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I really like
hey,
how I don't I really like how it's lit, but you can see the hand. It still has the glowing effect, so it's still
yeah,
it's natural.
Yeah,
And
without a
then the
doubt.
eyes. Yeah, I like it. It's definitely something that just grabs your attention like right off the bat because it's bright. And there's
Agent
that star
Gomez,
reflection too. Yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
It pops so hard. Like I mean, it. I think you described it perfectly. It looks like a scene. Like it's like he says the word diamond, and it's just like a reflection of his diamond in there, quick, and like it's glowing. It's blinging so hard. It's like all over his gloves. Either that, or it's like fake gold, and the gold rubbed off on his palms because it's like copper or metal underneath of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just think it really. I like the lit up eyes too. It just makes more of a flare up for that like little moment in time. I think Paige you described it like perfect, but yeah, love the pick. Stands out in a group of picks for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Amazing photo. Good job.
Yeah, he's in there too, right?
Yeah,
It's
he's
it's
here. Yep.
it's Breakerman. Yeah, man.
Yep.
Great
Yep.
shot, man.
That's
Great
right.
shot.
That's me. Great work, man.
So we got Jim Pop 71 here with walking the dog. You know, I personally I love the shot because you've got everything going for the shot. The background, the windows, something's happening in the windows. Clearly the lights are on, right? You've got great props set up, traffic cones, the waste disposal, trash can that I don't even know if that's 1/12 scale or there was some sort of forced perception with that truck,
Mm-hmm.
but man, it just comes together as, you know, taking the dog for a walk. Simple but great at the same time. Let's go with Gomez.
Yeah, I mean, such a natural walk for him as well. Like I love when people make the figs like walk very naturally. It's something I struggle with, and like that just looks so natural. It looks like the dog is about to take another step. Like why I'm looking at the pic, he's
Yeah.
like in the middle of all this crazy. He's like, oh, I got to take out Bella. Like it's just like I don't know. I feel like it's very relatable as well. But yeah, really cool, like dark vibe in an alley. And I was wondering the same thing. Like, is that a picture in the back or is that like a 112 car? Like, regardless, it's yeah, really fun, cool pick. Really dig
it,
it.
it works. It really works. Yeah. Paige.
When I look at this, I get this character. It can like emote so many emotions, man. They have all these different the deviant heads, but they still convey like different emotions. And like with this one, when I look at it, it's that it's that like I don't know how to describe it. It's like that gangster like walking down like he doesn't need anybody else to
Mm-hmm.
protect him, just the dog. And he knows it because he's got he's got his E on and everything. He's got his dog blinged out, and it's almost like do you want to try this? And he's just walking down the street because he knows he either has his dog or he's probably got something under the waist, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's what I get that like Nino Brown kind of feel like he's just walking through the
Nice.
city like I don't care about anything right now, and he's letting people know. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I do like the point you said about the truck. I don't know if the truck if it is or not, but that's like a testament to the shot that he's able, if it's not in scale, he's able to pull it off. Do you know what I mean? Like it looks natural,
Mm-hmm.
It's and I'm always amazed at when photographers, they use like that, force perspective, and they can kind of like show you things that they want to show you or make things look in scale when they're really not. It's a 112 RC car. Oh, thank you, Pop.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Yep, send that link.
I know, right? Everybody's always looking for vehicles.
We got the next Bratz car.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I get from. I get big bad, BMF walking down the street. That's what
Yeah.
I get from it. It's a good shot, man. Really good shot.
Very cool. Congrats, Jim Pop. All right. So this, of course, I couldn't go out without. This is almost a dynamic duo at this point with this release,
Definitely.
And I say dynamic duel in a pun way because behind him is technically the original Batman car from the Adam West series.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I didn't even see that. That's
Yeah, so I was like,
Yeah.
I literally said dynamic duel when when I seen it, and then my eye went to the car, and I was like, oh my god, So yeah, and everything for me works because you've got the background and you've got the car. It looks like it's rusted. It doesn't look drivable, right? And then you've got some cinder blocks and some boxes and stuff like that. There's clearly a chat going on here, and we don't know what the chat is, but it just comes together so great.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion. We'll go with Paige.
Yeah, I like how like you pointed out, he took that Batmobile and just made it a classic. Just rerouted it back to its classic form. But it's a driver.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's trying to like give this guy a job.
Right.
He's like, hey, you want to earn some money? And he's like, I gotta go to school. And he's like, no. You need to earn some money,
my
little man.
God.
Drop this package off for me on your way to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and like you said, the dialogue between the two, you can, and that's what's cool. Like if you can look at something like this and your mind starts going into this, well, what are they saying? What are they doing? That's good because that's great storytelling. Even if it's not what the artist intended, you still have your own interpretation, but it drew you into that photo where you're not looking at it for a couple of seconds. You know how everything's ADD, ADHD
Yeah,
content.
flash in a pan. Flash in a
Yeah.
pan, man.
Yeah. We've already spent a couple of, a good almost a minute now just talking about that, and that's great. That's
Yeah.
cool because a lot of people don't get that, and so if you could tell a story, it's great, man.
Definitely.
I like the Pabst Blue Ribbon. Great there too.
I know, right? That's so cool, man. That is cool. Gomez.
Yeah, I think that the car just like very natural setup again, similar to the first one we looked at, and like in my head is kind of like little Vapor just had his first little car ride or hangout, and he's just like, so we're kind of like Batman and Robin. And he's like, you are not my Robin. Like, you're definitely not my Robin. He's like, I don't know, I'm kind of like your Robin, and like he's just trying to like make the case on why they're such a good team, but the older guy's kind of like, you're not, but they are kind of like, right out of a movie.
They're kind of dressed like Batman and Robin now that you say that.
Yeah, the
color schemes.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Oh boy, I tell you, if this much thought was put into this photo, bravo! You deserve sponsors in the whole nine because wow, we went really deep on this photo.
The lighting's awesome too. It's like Jason Gordon kind of shoots like this, where it has like that like realist like type of coloring. I don't even know how you do that, but it just looks like I love the way the light's hitting everything. It's so cool.
It is. It really
and
is.
It's a focal point too. Like it's almost like they use the light as framing because it's right in the center, and so your eye is like drawn right there, and then you can go up or down or to the side. There's little things that just kind of like pull you in different directions.
Definitely.
So it's that light source right in there is just that was well placed.
One of the Corys already won a 2-pack.
Yeah. Do you think, quick question,
Oh.
because you were like maybe the manager, I'm just wondering, so I imagine obviously PSTC is a tripod. Now, when it comes to Eddi, is it like, I'm in my head, it's just like their knucklehead Eddi, but I kind of like the idea of like their business manager or something, like this goofball that's like managing them, that they would like, dude, we'll beat you up. We're letting you be here kind of thing. Like we're doing you a favor by you putting us on stage kind of thing. But I do like the play on that is, I always like to like, try to make it make sense in my head until Mezco kind of tells me, no, this is what it actually is. But I really, that was a fun thought you had right there. I really liked it.
Maybe he's just trying to, maybe Vapor is the new Eminem and he's just trying to get him on the stage. Yeah.
That's great.
This is Mezco's 8 Mile. Mile right here.
Man, you just came out with another shot idea. You could pretty much do a whole series with that. I never even thought about that.
That's true.
How he could be, you know, how you could put him into that kind of stuff. Yeah. I had a shot that I wanted to do because I have that TMNT van.
Okay.
And I was there's a scene, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it's a car, but I wanted to put the van in there somewhere too. And he was just like sitting on the trunk. And he had a notepad out because you could use that little Vapor sketchbook he had.
Oh yeah, yep.
And he was just sitting there like be rabbit, and he was just writing out stuff. But that's as far as I ever went. But when you guys start talking about this stuff, you know how he was talking to like God, what's that guy's name? Future. Yeah, how he's talking to Future and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You could be doing certain scenes, like recreating it just like that, man. Can you imagine doing what is it? The basement, and just having a bunch of pink skulls in there.
Have them throwing up mom's spaghetti.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know what I mean? Like that, you know, you'd have the other crews, like some pink skulls that you have, and he's battling them.
So Paige, quick question before we move on. Are you putting away Dick Tracy tonight and going on 8 Mile?
No. I like that movie, but I started watching some of it last night. I've watched that movie at least 2 or 3 times a year. It's a really good movie. To me, it's a good movie.
No, it is. Was it around Christmas time in the movie? Or am I just remembering something wrong?
Not that I remember.
I want to say I kind of remember Christmas in that movie, but I digress. All right. So right now it's time for the giveaway. I am going to tell you guys how to go about this. In the chat, you are going to use the hashtag #GoWinGo. So start typing that inside the comment section, and you are going to get a chance to win. So hopefully I can do this right. This never works out for me. The 4-pack of skulls from Mezco today on Go Figure Go.
Wow,
so,
nice.
Use that hashtag. Thank you. The hashtag is #GoWinGo. So as soon as we start seeing that hashtag in there, all right. Beekman's first.
While we're doing that, I have a quick question for Agent, if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
So I've always wondered, on average, how long or how much time do you spend shooting? Because you do a lot of shots and you do a lot of video work. And so I was like, man, how much time does he do that? Like, do you dedicate a certain amount of time a day, or you just do you bundle a lot of stuff up and just push it out through the week? Because like you put out a lot of work, and I was always curious about it.
Yeah, I try to do like probably at least 2 hours a day, where like, because sometimes one pick will take an hour. Other times, like I'm in the zone, the dio set up, ideas are brewing, and I can sit down and like crank 7 to 10 photos in a half hour, and I'm like, nice, I'll backlog those. but I usually say at least an hour a day, sometimes like 2. And if my wife's like doing something on the weekend in the living room, I maybe will spend like 3 hours, but at least an hour and a half to 2 hours a day for sure.
Yeah.
Right now I'm addicted to the Harry Potter game. So like I've been just using old stuff that I have on there. And just I have a lot of like backlogged save picks and drafted, edited already, ready to go. But yeah, probably
Okay.
2 hours a day.
Okay, yeah, I was wondering. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Because your worth ethic is I was just like, man, you see some people and how much stuff they put out, and I always wonder how much they balance it. Sorry,
usually-
thanks, Go Figure, for letting me ask him.
No sweat, no sweat. All right, so we're gonna go in. You can still see the screen, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna start collecting comments right now.
Dude, go and go. Oh shoot.
Oh, this is nice. I didn't know they had this.
Hey, there he is.
Good job, man.
Oh, I mean, I'm watching it late.
Oh,
I saw it like start stop. Oh, congrats, man. Congrats.
congrats, Jarrell versus the world. You won.
He's watching that late.
All right. Well, that was it. That was it, guys. That was our Friday 15. I had a ton of fun with you guys and chatting with you guys. The hour went by unbelievably quick, and I definitely will do it again. You guys are always welcome to join if you see the Friday 15 announcement and I just so happen to not reach out to you, consider it an accident. But yeah, definitely you guys are an awesome panel. We all have amazing views on everything else, and I appreciate you guys spending your time with me. So as we sign off, Toy Page, where can the people find you at?
So I have a YouTube channel, my YouTube, Instagram, and then also Facebook is all the same name. It's the Toy Page. So if you want to check any of that stuff out, I do a lot of information.
Oh yeah, good information.
A lot of information. Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Go
So
watch those
anytime.
breakdowns.
Oh yeah. There's only a couple, but I'm gonna do a little bit more of that. But there's also the hangout where we'll have special guests come on, and then I have a staple of 2 guys that I got right now, and we do shows and just talk about it. Yeah, the 2 Corys, good guys, man, 2 guys. But we do shows and we just talk about news and events and toys and stuff like that, and try to do what you do, just kind of keep it positive and just talk about the things we enjoy, man. Yeah,
gotta keep it going. Thank you so much, Paige.
No, thank you for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
You got it. Anytime. Agent Gomez, tell the good people where they can find you here, there, and everywhere.
Instagram's like probably my most popular platform, and I do an Agent Gomez, and then on TikTok I'm Plays with Plastic, where I'll do a lot of toy fights. I do more of my information stuff on the gram. And yeah, dude, thanks for having me on, Paige. Honor to get to hang out with you, man. I'm a huge fan of both of you guys, so it's always fun to talk toys. It's my favorite.
Awesome. Well, I am Go Figure Go on Instagram, on Twitter. Miguel Go Figure Go if you feel like adding me on Facebook. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you all. Thank you for my wonderful guest. The chat section. Somebody said I should say Go Nation, but I was like, I don't know about that. We're not there yet.
That's a good one.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet. But keep it in mind.
You're projecting it. You're projecting it.
Yeah. Paige, man. I love this guy. All right, guys. Have a great night. Be well.
Cool.